Hey guys, welcome to Josh Be Creative. I'm your host Joshua, and today we're going to be doing a video today. And yeah, guess what? I got my hat on. My baseball hat. My favorite baseball team. The Florida Marlins. Well, they're not called the Florida Marlins anymore, but I still call them that, Now, I love baseball because it's an awesome sport. Anybody can play. Hold on, let me turn up my timer. Anybody can play, anybody can have fun. Because even guys like me can have fun in a wheelchair. Now I'm gonna go into detail why I love baseball. One of the main reasons I love baseball is because I grew up watching it. Grew up watching with my grandfather, with my abuelo. We used to watch baseball games together. He's not around anymore, but he passed away, so this was a few years ago, so Anyway, me and my grandfather used to watch baseball games together. We used to my grandfather, even though you couldn't understand English, you could understand what's going on. Like, he knew what the pitcher was, he knew how to hit the ball, and he would see me play my baseball game on my I had a Nintendo GameCube back then, and my grandfather would see me play baseball on my GameCube. Oye, ¿qué es eso? And I used to say, uno baseball, abuela, and he used to say, oh, bueno. And he used to criticize me about my baseball pitch, And it was good criticism. It wasn't bad criticism. Because my grandfather used to make a joke about baseball players, and he used to say the best baseball players come from Cuba. Although I don't know how to say it in Spanish, so He used to always say the best baseball players come from Cuba. Or Mexico, depending on where you live at. Now, one of the best baseball players, used to be Sammy Sosa, before he cheated. Well, I don't know if he actually meant to cheat. I think it was an accident, but I'm not really sure. I don't know the history behind that, so you'll have to look it up yourself. But Sammy Sosa was known as one of the greatest baseball players back in the day. And even my grandfather knew who Sammy Sosa was. He used to say, Jingo, get a strike. My grandfather knew that a strike was a bad thing in baseball, but Like, whenever people in baseball came on my GameCube, I would never get it right. I had the game All-Star Baseball 2004. So, I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. It talked a lot about the history of baseball. It talked a lot about the history of famous baseball players from different leagues. Especially the first Black American League. We talked about that too. It talked about the struggle they had to go through. Back then, a uniform cost 10 cents. Because now it costs I guess I don't know, $10. Of course, back in those days, back in the old days of baseball, these were a lot cheaper back then because a lot of foreign companies were coming in and building new factories here in America. Because I guess they bought the land cheap. Because back in the early days of America, back in like the 60s and 70s, things were cheaper. If you think about it, I mean, come on. Now these days, you can't go out anymore without food being so expensive. You know what I mean? Now these days, it's cheaper to get food on sale than it is to go out to a restaurant. I mean, if you compare what's happening now to what happened then, almost the same pattern repeats itself. If you think about it for a second. Think about it. All these things happened before. Only this time it's gotten way worse. Hold on. Let me take a look at this. This is what I got. Oh. Here's a baseball player. Wait, I forgot to put the baseball. Here's the baseball. Here's the ones to the air. Hey, what are you doing? Sorry guys, this is my dog. Ooh, forgot the mouth. Now that's a picture. Look at, there's a baseball player. I know there's a little much, but you know. Huh, only got 4 minutes left. Mom will put in some random details. Oops. There we go. What do you think of that? Is that cool? Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Bye! Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye! There you go.